On the morning of July 21, 1861, the First Battle of Bull Run began. Union troops moved toward the Confederate left near Matthews Hill. At first, the Union attack achieved success. Confederate brigades under Evans, Bee, and Bartow fought hard, but increasing Federal pressure pushed them back. For a time, it seemed the Union plan was working, but the Confederates did not break. Instead, they fell back toward Henry House Hill. There, the battle would turn. Henry House Hill was a strong piece of ground. As Confederate units rallied there, a new defensive position began to form. A Virginian brigade under Thomas Jonathan Jackson took position. Jackson and his men stood firm while other Confederate soldiers streamed back in confusion. According to tradition, Bee pointed toward Jackson and cried, "There stands Jackson like a stone wall." The phrase endured, and Thomas Jackson would forever be known as Stonewall Jackson. As the Union advanced onto Henry House Hill, the battle intensified into a brutal artillery duel. Guns were pushed forward aggressively. Crews fired solid shot, shell, and canister into enemy lines. Smoke rolled across the hill in thick sheets. Commands became difficult to hear. Visibility shrank. The battlefield dissolved into noise and confusion. Uniform confusion made the danger worse. Not every Confederate wore gray, and not every Union soldier wore blue. At critical moments, men hesitated because they could not tell friend from enemy. Near the center of the fighting stood the home of Judith Henry, an elderly civilian too ill to leave. As artillery pounded Henry House Hill, the battle swept directly over and around her property. A shell struck the house. Judith Henry was mortally wounded. Her death became a grim reminder that this war would invade homes and leave civilians trapped in its violence. While the Union attacked Henry House Hill, a critical development was underway. General Joseph E. Johnston had brought reinforcements from the Shenandoah Valley. Some of his men reached the battlefield by railroad, one of the earliest major uses of rail transport to reinforce a battle. These fresh troops strengthened the Confederate line just when it mattered most. Instead of facing a collapsing enemy, the Union was now facing a growing one. The chance for a quick victory began to slip away. Union forces launched repeated attacks against the Confederate position, but the fighting was fierce and chaotic. Regiments attacked in fragments, brigades lost alignment, and officers struggled to keep control. Some Union soldiers reached the hilltop. Some Confederate units bent under pressure. But the Union could not deliver one overwhelming, coordinated blow. The battle became a series of attacks, counterattacks, brief gains, and sudden reversals. Fresh Southern troops arrived. Union formations became more disordered, fatigue spread, and the Confederate counterattack began to build.